What's going on, guys? Look, it's Marcel, investor and entrepreneur. Look, before I start this video, man, I gotta apologize to you guys. I gotta apologize. I owe you guys an apology. I said that this Uber play was going to double, and in fact, it quadrupled. I told you guys we were going to make a double, but we made quadruple, and that's like misleading, you know. So I just wanted to start the video off like that and just really just apologize, you know, because I need to be a little more accurate. I need to be a little better, you know. I shouldn't be telling you guys we're going to make twice the money and we go and make 4 times the money. That's not right. That's not right. So hey, look, shout out to everybody that got a chance to get into that Uber play with us. If you're in the group, you were able to get the get the call right when I got it, right? This wasn't no late thing. This was like I told you guys the setup before it happened, told you the setup as it was happening, and got into it. We swung it for a day, and this is the result, right? 320% on Uber. That's a 4x and a little bit more, right? That's a 4.2x. Okay, as I always say, beautiful trade. All right, shout out to everybody that got in that. Before I jump into the video and break down exactly how we did it so that you can go and replicate this next time, I need you to hit the like button, subscribe for more game like this because I'm giving it out for free. And yeah, comment below if you were able to catch it. Comment below if you wish you would have caught it, or just, you know, jump in the comments to react to this video. All right, so I'm gonna in a second jump into the charts on Uber and just break down exactly what happened, because this actually forms a lot. This is not the first time I've caught something that was 3-4x, right? Just got Palantir for 5x not too long ago, right? So I'm not new to this at all, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly how this forms. This happens a lot in the market. So as you can see right here on Uber, right, we got a little like what I like to call a mini head and shoulders. The reason I call it a mini head and shoulders is because we're looking at it on the daily. So sometime the daily, you know, you can go back historically and you can view it from the perspective of a long time ago, right? So you might look at it as like, you know, you might try to find patterns that span over months, which is very likely, but sometimes what we miss is the little miniature patterns that span over weeks. So if you look right here, this is actually a head and shoulders, but from a very short-term perspective. So I went ahead and drew the neckline, and I knew that because we were rejecting hard off of this 21, this could be the final, you know, shoulder of that right shoulder, and then we would be coming down. Now, another beautiful thing, this is something for a little bit later. I don't want to confuse you guys right now, but we could also be forming an even bigger head and shoulder with this being the shoulder, this being the head, and then maybe in a couple of weeks we get another shoulder. So look out for that. That could be another 4 or 5x play. But focusing on the miniature head and shoulders, like right in here, it came down, it broke the neckline. It's a slanted neckline. Take note of this. It's a slanted neckline. When you see a slanted neckline, that usually means that the fall is going to be more dramatic when it drops through. Something that's just straight across, you might get a nice little drop and it might reject, bounce, whatever. When you see the slants, go back test this. You will notice that it drops harder, okay? So we got the slanted neckline right here, and you know, we entered yesterday, right? We entered yesterday right around up here. You know, came in, was up about 40%, you know, before I went to bed last night. I'm like, all right, cool. Wake up this morning, it's up like 100-something%. I'm like, oh shit, we ain't even nowhere near the you know, the gap yet. So I'm like, we're nowhere near this gap right here. Like, there's plenty of room. So I was like, I'm holding. So I held. You know, it fluctuated a little bit, bounced up a little bit. Some people thought it was over, dropped some more, went to like 200-something%. I'm like, oh no, we in the money now. We haven't even gotten to the you know, the gap yet, and up 200%. Then it started falling into this gap, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to catch the whole move because weird shit happens in the market all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of here at 321%. You know, I was expecting a 2x. So I can't be greedy if I got a 4.2x. You see what I'm saying? So if this does play fully out like I expect it to, this could wind up being about a 1,000% play, all the way down here to about 82.50. That would be about 1,000% on your weekly contracts. So this is a beautiful trade. Whenever you see something like this, you take it. Okay, start to look for patterns in the short term on your dailies as well, as they're just as potent as the ones that that take months to form. Man, this was such a beautiful play. It played out exactly how we expected. It's still filling that gap. It probably won't have any resistance until it gets to the close of that gap, and it'll probably fall to the next level of support, which is down here, like I said, at 82.50. So that'll be a good opportunity to possibly get into a call, talking about a future play, because it has created a gap today to fall into this gap. So we have earnings on Uber next week. So this might be a really good place for you to take entry when people are starting to forget about Uber and think that it's tanking, right? Sometimes when something tanks before earnings, it's doing that so that they can make the play back up. So, man, that's Uber. Shout out to everybody in the group that caught that. Again, my apologies. I tried to get y'all 2x. I wound up getting y'all 4.2x. I gotta be more accurate with my predictions, man. It's always love over here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.